Hey guys, and welcome to day number 1 of the free 10-day ceremonial grade cacao course. In this video, I'm going to tell you guys all about dosage instructions and also preparation, because I see a lot of people preparing this cacao in very kind of difficult ways, and it doesn't need to be that difficult. I'm going to do my best to make your life as easy as possible. Firstly, Tribal Moon Cacao is extremely strong cacao. When you're having Tribal Moon Cacao, I would say just maybe back the dosage off from what you've maybe previously used with other brands of cacao. Now I'm going to talk about 2 types of dosages today. 1, ceremonial dosage, and 2, what I call a happy days dosage. Number 1, a ceremonial dosage is usually, they say 42.5 grams. Now somewhere between 40 and 45 grams is what we would call a ceremonial dosage. And with that, you're going to feel a pretty serious buzz in your body. You're going to feel a tingle in your skin, a warmth in your blood, and a beautiful heart-opening, incredible feeling. And also, the cleaner your diet, the more profound the experience with this cacao medicine will be. So keep that in mind. The other dosage we often use is what I call a happy days dosage. Now that is around about 20 grams, okay? So about half a ceremonial dosage. Now, this is what I have in my morning smoothies, in more of like my bliss balls and my cakes and, you know, ice creams and that sort of thing. It really just depends, and sometimes I will have a full ceremonial dose in those ways of cooking as well, but it just depends. So as far as preparation goes, I hear all these stories of people like trying to cut it with a knife or trying to grate it on like a grater. You guys, you don't need to do all that. Okay, to keep it super simple. 1, grab a NutriBullet, throw a chunk of cacao in there, and just grate it up. If you've got a food processor or a more high-powered blender, that will be totally cool too. But this, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's a really thin blend of cacao in there. So when you get our cacao medicine in the packet, it kind of comes in chunks, and the chunks vary in size. This is one of the big bags. This is definitely the one I recommend as far as value for money goes. In a bag of our cacao, like, you'll get these sort of like chunks of the medicine. Man, it smells like ridiculous. It's like the best chocolate smoothies and bliss balls you'll ever have. So this is how it comes. So you don't need to chop this, okay? You can just put it, if you put that in the NutriBullet and blitz it, it'll come up into that nice sort of small blend. And that is what I will just keep. I'll basically make big jugs of that. So I have a big container in my kitchen, and I'll just do, you know, a couple of NutriBullets at a time. And that's pretty much a whole bag of cacao. So then it's all prepared and ready to rock. You just grab what you want, put it in your smoothies or whatever. I'm often doing ceremony for, you know, 300 or 400 people. So I can't be sitting there with a knife chopping it all up, or a grater grating it all up. So the other thing I'll do is put it in a pot. We can't ever bring the temperature of the cacao up above about 87 degrees Celsius. So you always want to keep the temperature of your cacao below 87 degrees. Saying that, when I do my big batches, I boil a whole lot of water, usually in a kettle, and what I'll do is I'll put the cacao chunks just like this, even bigger, sometimes like big chunks, in the bottom of my pots, and usually I'll have 3 or 4 big pots going when I'll be doing cacao for that many people. I'll start by pouring the boiling water on top of the chunks of the cacao, then start stirring it. So obviously that's 100 degrees, but as soon as the water hits the cacao, it cools down below 87 pretty much on impact. So what that does is it heats the cacao enough to start stirring. Now as I add in all my ingredients, which I'll talk more about my ceremonial recipes in the next episodes, I'll add my coconut milks and almond milks, herbs and spices, etc. as I'm boiling the pot. So I'll basically put in the cacao, pour the boiling hot water over the cacao, and then put it on the stove top, on the gas ideally, and start stirring. And then basically I'll start pouring my various milks and other ingredients in the pot, which keeps that temperature below 87. So as soon as I start to see it getting warm or steaming, I pour more cool coconut or almond milk or soy milk or whatever you're using, macadamia milk, oh my god, and so on, and then just keep stirring it. And as you're preparing it, putting in all your intentions and these things, it basically just breaks down over about 20 minutes until you've got this beautiful, thick, luscious, silky smooth cacao brew. So there's some food for thought for you. That's enough for day one. I'm going to be speaking a lot more about recipes, about intentions, about how to create ceremony, bringing to you like a lifetime of devotion to running ceremonies around the world myself and working with this divine medicine. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you in day number 2.